we say. We have the team that's tops here at St Andrews. They gotta give us what we're longing for. It's Birmingham forever. Let's hear it from the stand. So come on, City, sing this song once more.
One day we'll perfect that introductory performance, won't we? Mrs. Brown left her headphones somewhere and can't find them, so it's headphone free at the moment. So can't hear a word apart from what we're saying. So, well, welcome to the Tilton Talk Channel. As always, at the start of a show, if there's been any sadness, we always mention those. So, footballers mourned the sad loss of Doug Ellis this last few days. Of course, ex-Birmingham back in 1964, and then went over to B6 for many, many years. And Peter Brackley, the voice of football from ITV, has also passed away. So thoughts and special thoughts from the Tilton Talk Show to the families of all concerned. Never nice, never nice. Greetings, Mr. Fun.
Good evening.
Are you smiling?
Can't believe I'm here.
International night, and you're here.
International football kicks off in 10 minutes. I'm sitting here.
Well, I'd rather be sitting here. I genuinely would rather be sitting here. And we've got to also welcome Mrs. Brown to the fold.
It's a good job we've got that recording.
Gives me time.
Please help me. And Craig Coates from Kids Need Both Parents. A big welcome to you, Craig.
Good evening.
And on the Tilton Talk Trillion Trophies TV this week is Mark Andrew Adams, yes. And that was for his caption comment, was it?
Yes, I'm not sure we can
see if you can find it.
Was it?
Yeah, I'm not sure we can say it. Never mind.
Oh, it's unbroadcastable.
Unbroadcastable. But there you go. Your faces on the Tilton Talk Trillion Trophies TV.
Somebody likes it.
I normally just go down the list, and the first one that makes me, a little bit of it.
That'll do.
A little bit of wee comes out. That's the one.
Dear me. Right. Can we first start off with the Bristol game on? Was it Sunday?
Yes, sorry, yesterday.
Another cracking win for the girls.
Yeah, absolutely.
As I correctly call them, Blues Women.
Blues Women,
for the very first time.
That's correct, yeah. Well done. Back first game back after the Man City defeat, and they were back to what we know from Blues and what we expect from Blues Women now. Fully in control of the game from start to finish. I don't remember Bristol having a shot, not even just a shot on target. I don't remember them having a shot at all. That was credit to 1 to 11. Defending from the front, pressing. First half we had a couple of chances. Good work from Emma Follis to win a penalty. Unfortunately, Sophie Bagley saved it. But yeah, second half we stepped it up and we moved the ball a hell of a lot quicker, and we looked like we created an awful lot more. Some really good link up between the front players. Lucy Staniforth playing really, really well again, and the goal coming from Aoife Mannion in the end, a 25-yard, really, really good strike. That it looked like Bagley was going to tip it over all the way, and then at the very last minute, it's just swerved and dipped and caught Bagley out. It was a really, really good strike, and it was fully deserved. Like I say, if we'd have come away with 0-0, we'd have felt a little bit aggrieved that we hadn't made our dominance count. But thankfully, we got the goal and the 3 points and remained second in the table with 5 games gone.
And also congratulations to Blues under-23s winning 1-0 today. Last minute goal against Nottingham Forest, so that was very well done to you. I've just clicked www.bcfc and Ryanair has come up on my screen. One of my favourite companies of all time. Go away, click, gone. Ta-ra, ta-ra. So that's good news all round then, apart from the men's senior camp.
Well, we haven't had any news from the men's senior camp yet, so there's a next Blues women game is on Sunday at home to last season's champions Chelsea. It's at Solihull Moors. It's a 12:30 kickoff on Sunday, but it's also live on BT Sport. So if you can't get down and you've got BT Sport and you want to see I'm sure will be a real test of where we're at. We've played 5 games now. We've won 4, and we really should have won the other one against Man City, but for a second half capitulation. So, but like I said, last season's champions Chelsea coming on Sunday.
Yeah.
They've just got beat 5 by Arsenal this weekend, so they'll want to bounce back and show their champions, credentials. So it'll be a good challenge, a good test. It'll be a good one to watch, I think. A good battle.
Okay, so no men's football this week, so it'll be a little bit more of an international theme, and how joyous to do that. But just before we do that, straight off the Birmingham City official Twitter account was Forest under 23 0, Blues under 23s 1. Blues deservedly win at the City Ground through an 87th minute goal by Bellingham. They created a host of openings and hit the woodwork 3 times before the 15-year-old substitute capitalised on a mix-up at the end. So
very
nice. Great to see some
15-year-old in the under 23s.
Young talent coming through.
Yeah.
Young talent coming through. Right, okay. Jay Bleeps Razy, why can't Blues women play at standards? I think that's because they're contracted to play at Solihull Moors, aren't they?
Yeah, and I think financially, you ain't going to get any detriment from me, but obviously, unless they're getting 5,000 plus down there, it's probably not financially viable for them to be there.
To even open the doors,
yeah. They enjoyed the environment at Solihull Moors. They're comfortable with it. They're used to it. I think they've had a couple of games at St Andrews over the years. The last game of last season was at St Andrews. So I think there's a desire and a want to play there every so often. But unless we're getting big crowds, then.
Yeah. Okay, my sister's just joined. Welcome to you, Pat. And I know that you mentioned this to me a week or so ago in your back garden. How disappointed the ladies are, and it's not just my sister. There's a lot of ladies out there disappointed in the products in the club shop for women.
Oh yeah.
Very poor.
Yeah.
Not a lot in there for them. And really, if you look at the amount of women that go to football nowadays, you'd have thought the club should be capitalising a little bit more on that and making a bit more of an effort.
Yeah, I haven't. I can't say I've had a good look round the club shop for things like that. Obviously,
it wasn't the women's just kit. Sister, it was a daughter as well. They were both had a complaint. And if 2 people are coming up to me and saying, "Well, this ain't right. Can we get something done about it?"
Yeah.
And if the club are listening, and I'm sure you do, next season please do a lot more for the ladies.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd agree with that. Yeah, I know the women's team's kit. Obviously, it's similar kit but a different sponsor. That they have a section for the women's team's kit in there. But yeah, general women's clothing in the store. Yeah, could certainly be improved, I'm sure.
Well, she says it's dreadful, and why is there so much pink? Well, I suppose pink is synonymous with the female.
Yeah, but in the 1970s,
my sister's a bloke, you see. My sister, she's a bloke, really.
But it's.
She is listening.
I know, and she's 60 mile away, so I'm all right.
But she's right. She's right.
Yes.
Putting writing BCFC on a pink top does not entail women's clothing. It's not as simple as that anymore. There's certainly a lot more that could be done, and so you're aiming at the women audience.
Well, Paul Hipkiss says there's nothing for girls either, let alone the women. So so really, perhaps we ought to, I don't know, collectively do something and write to the club, because if we just mention it on the Tilton Talk Show, it ain't going to get very far.
Especially with the women's team doing well. We're having a brilliant start to this season. The girls are absolutely fantastic. You've been down there. Everybody, all the players, the manager is so accessible to everybody who goes down. More and more girls are getting interested. Starting playing football. It'd be great to see a lot more in there.
And Jez McDonough says it's also poor for young kids under 5. Well, there's a massive market out there, isn't there? Young girls, ladies, kids under 5. That's three market areas where we're kind of just saying, oh, we'll just have that. And
let's be honest. Can you buy the away shirt?
Do you know something?
Can I be honest with you? Away shirt?
Can I be honest with you?
It's not on sale.
I've not been in the club shop this year.
I had a look online. I don't think the away shirt is in sale.
I've been in twice. I think.
You've been in twice.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't inspire me.
For me, it's not big enough.
Yeah, no, certainly, yeah.
That's one area where there's been.
If you get there at 2 o'clock and it's chocker, you ain't going in, are you?
Past it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the queues, you can sometimes be 20 minutes in the queue.
Exactly.
Do they do fast pay in the club shop? You know?
I don't know.
I'm just asking for a friend.
I'm looking
just
forward to testing that next week, by the way.
Benji Smith asking, what does KNBP stand for? Well, let's just have a look on the Tilton Talk page. To my right-hand side, if you're looking at the Tilton Talk page, it's there. Kids need both parents. And whilst that's come through, Craig, we may as well introduce you and ask you what you're all about. There you go.
Yeah, good evening. First of all, I'd like to thank you for making us Charity of the Month on Tilton Talk. This is... for a little charity like ours, some exposure like this is very important. Obviously, we're only a small local charity. We started in December 2013, so we've been running for 3-4 years now. The main aim of the charity is to give the kids a voice. So obviously, we are trying to give children advice and educate them so they can break the cycle of unnecessary symptoms of adult separation, such as parent alienation, poor communication and general sense of not belonging within a family or having the opportunity to be heard. So we think we're a little bit ahead of our time. A lot of issues regarding family courts and similar stuff, that it gets pushed to one side. Recently it's been getting into the papers with family courts, closed court, and what goes on in there, and it's been found out that the people aren't qualified in some cases, so it is at the moment coming to the forefront. So we're just trying to give people a voice, and with football being a family, so we think connecting to the football side of things, it raises issues. This season we've got a shed, an interview shed outside the Cop.
I don't call it a shed, because they want to store flags in it.
So it's called the interview shed. So the aim is to connect with the people outside the ground now. We've made connections.
Almost like a drop-in centre sort of thing.
Yeah, and so we're doing interviews, getting children, asking them certain questions about family and getting their feedback, and then adults and asking them about the favourite memories of a childhood, and so just building up stories and feedback from the general public, so we can put on our website. And also we do a competition which is for a VIP day out at St Andrews in the Jasper Carrot Suite. So if there's any separated families, bereaved families, or families just having a tough time and they want to enter our competition, they can do on our webpage, and just drop the details down.
And your webpage
is that a regular competition?
Every week, so we have a family every week, and it's knbp.co.uk.
knbp.co.uk. And you can enter the competitions there. Do you have to sign up to?
No, there's just a nomination form on there, and you just fill in the details, and then
go on. Yeah, sorry, go on.
And then Sharon will go through them, and then she'll get in contact and invite a family to every home game. Yeah. We invite a family for a VIP day out.
Oh, brilliant! Isn't that great?
Fantastic, yeah, brilliant.
Sometimes you just don't know what goes on next door to you, do you?
It's so brilliant, I think, for the kids as well, isn't it? You know, for a special day out like that, it can do wonders for kids.
Mention children there. We had Hayley Gaines, Mark Gaines, who sadly passed away.
Yes,
so we invited Hayley and Mark's daughter and his brother come down for the last home game, and they had an absolutely fantastic day.
Yeah, and you see, that's something they'll put back in the memories block forever. Yeah, and that'll always be there. Pete Taylor said earlier, my stream for the England game is that far behind that Southgate has just missed the penalty. I'm sorry I had to interrupt with that one, but I think that is so far. That's the one of the night so far. Well, I know you're an international buff, but there you go. You can't do much about it, can you? So you've had quite a lot of assistance from the club as well, because the KNBP event that was on earlier in the summer, just after the season closed.
That's right.
That was quite a good. Was that the one where I scored the penalty?
That's right.
I believe so. You haven't actually mentioned it though. It's interesting.
I've never mentioned it.
I don't recall you mentioning that every week.
You don't recall me mentioning? I actually scored a goal in front of the Tilton Red. The crowd went wild. in my mind.
The same size crowd as the Croatia-England game. So
I'll come to that in a minute. So what have you got planned? Okay, you've got the what you call it, the shed, the office outside the Kop.
That's right.
Outside the Kop. Now, is that going to be there now for the rest of the season?
It's there for the next 14 home games.
That's brilliant.
So it's there against Reading, which is the next home game.
Yeah,
so
Tuesday night.
That's right. Yeah, so we're there.
So what time is it there? So fans get in there. What times?
So the shed's there from around about 5 o'clock. There is a board which will have a question on them, because some people don't like being interviewed or ask questions. So there'll be a question on the whiteboard, and they can write comments or mark down. The last game, it was. What comes first, football or family?
Okay.
So that was quite an interesting.
That is an interesting question to ask.
Family did win out on that one.
It won.
It won, yeah, surprisingly.
Yeah,
I think there was a lot of blokes there with their wives, so be careful what they put down
over the shoulder. Yeah.
So we've got the interview shed. Obviously, you just touched on it a minute ago, Nick. Was our family fun day, was our
where I scored a goal in front of the Tilton.
Right. That was our second family fun day. So that's again planned for the end of this season in May. So that's a free day.
See, what we need to do is start plugging that now, right? Because the end of the football season will come around so fast once Christmas has come and gone again. And to get that word out now that there will be another KNBP event at the end of this football season.
That's right.
Is crucial. We need to start, because it was well attended, but you tell you what, if we could get 3 or 4 times more of that, there's no reason that we couldn't.
Fantastic. It's an absolutely free event.
Yeah.
There's no charge.
That's what amazed me. Yeah. I didn't know. I didn't know until we got there that it was completely free to enter.
Right.
Families come down, get the chance to have a wander on the pitch,
get a chance to score a goal in front of the Tilton
if you can manage it. Yeah, well done. But yeah, it was. We'd love to see for that to happen again this season. It'd be brilliant to see a lot more people down there. And supporting the event. Yeah.
So, and also along the lines, we have 3 main match sponsors with the Blues as well. And so on them 3 main matches, we were looking to do special days. And the next one just got planned, which is the Christmas Boxing Day game. It's going to be a grandparents' day. So
right, that's a Stoke at home, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah. So that's going to be nominated a Grandparents' Day, working alongside the Blues. So what we do for Grandparents' Day is we get the children to write into us and to say why they think their grandparents deserve a VIP day out.
Not a problem.
And we did that last year.
I've got 3 grandchildren. I should start scripting when I get home.
we did it last year. I think we did it for the Burton game last year. And some of the reading some of the letters were absolutely tears. Some of the stories were absolutely heartfelt.
It's so difficult to pick ones out when you've got so many stories coming in.
That's right. So we did manage to pick out, all in all, we had 24 winners who sat in the railway end and were flag bearers. Then we had, I think it was 10 winners who sat in the Jasper Carrot, and we got the one girl to read a letter out in front of the Jasper Carrot suite, which she did for us.
That's brilliant.
And this was at half time, and the game had started again, but no one moved until she finished reading a letter. It was about a nan and granddad rescued her and her little brother from the social services. And it was just like the whole room was stopped, and that's what we're trying to aim for. We're trying to make an impact, what families are all about. And grandparents as well. They make a big contribution these days to looking after the children. So.
Yeah, I'm taking my little man. It was his birthday, 7 years old yesterday. Happy birthday to Zachary for yesterday, 7 years old. Went down to my daughter's little celebration with a beautiful chili. Anton Sotry might be a Stoke supporter, but he can't half cook a chili, that bloke. Had a beautiful chili the week before at my sister's house in the garden as well. Better mention that. Like, ooh, keep you sweet, girl, keep you sweet. So yeah, it's great, as I say, that families get involved in with the grandkids, and I'm taking him to the pictures on for Saturday. He's a little space geek, so I'm taking him to going to see that First Man film. So he'll enjoy that. Enjoy that.
Like you said, they play such a big part in families nowadays. If mums that are having kids young and things like that. Grandparents have got a long way to go with helping raising the grandkids and things like that. So
Kevin French says, "Hi chaps from New York. Alan Shilton has joined us. Welcome to you.
Where is Kevin in New York?
Whereabouts are you in New York, Kevin?
Come on, Kevin.
We need to know. Kev Kelly, I think it's hard to grow commercially when against the backdrop of the roller coaster that has been as poor as Blues. I recall growth at about 12-14% from 7 million to 9 million. I don't quite get what that one was for, but
I think it's the shirt, the club shop and things like that. But I'm not in the business. Obviously, I've no idea how much it would take to redesign a club shop or to get a new line in.
You're talking lots of money.
But surely, if you're getting a new line of clothing in that people are going to be interested in, like you say, the amount of girls and women who are regularly coming down, getting season tickets at Blues
back
now.
In the 70s, when certainly when
exactly
me and Chris Brown used to go. It's Phantom Headphones. It's Phantom Headphones. There'd be very few ladies there.
Yeah.
Very, very few indeed. It was predominantly a working man's Saturday afternoon release after the stresses of the 4-day working week and this, that and the other. Now it is all about families.
Yeah.
It's very
families are in, young girls going.
And the women's game is the fastest growing sport
exactly,
in the UK. So
yeah.
Also, we have a retail store which is across the way from the ground. I'm sure there's an empty store there which they maybe could look at and invest in.
Or put
absolutely.
Back in the city centre again.
Oh yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Craig Courtney says, how about a KNBP team to play the old boys? Perhaps that's something you could think about and have a look at. There are plenty of them out there. What you'll say also is congratulations to Debs and to Robbo yesterday on completing the half marathon on behalf of Annie. And don't forget, there is also a Skydive for Annie Facebook page. You can join that one.
There is.
Can I talk about that?
Of course you can.
Lovely. Okay. Now you've had 7 days to ponder.
Yeah.
And you've had 7 days to talk to your lovely.
I only need to be honest.
Just a minute, right? You've had 7 days to ponder, and you've had 7 days to discuss this with your other half. The people out there want to know.
3 people.
No, the people, all of them, every single one that is on this message board right now, wants to know: are you doing the skydive?
I can't do a skydive. It's a ludicrous. I'll happily throw any insult at me.
I'm shocked, ladies and gentlemen. I'm shocked. I thought
I'll contribute.
I thought you would come back this week. Genuinely, I thought you'd come back this week and say, you know what, I'm going to nail this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's only jumping out of
You'd
an
have
aeroplane
thought so, wouldn't you? Well, exactly. Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
It's crazy, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay,
what
so
a weird decision not to jump out of an airplane at 13,000 feet.
Travelling at
what a weirdo I am. Oh, get a life, Chris.
Yeah, Pete Taylor says the lack of ladies back in the 70s was probably more to do with the Chris Brown rather than the times. Benji Smith is pew diving. Well, you've just heard it fresh off the press. Benji, no, he's not. He's not going to do it. No. Yeah, the shop is very small. If the shop is too small to stock it all in, then put it online. Why not? What a wonderful idea.
Well, the online
you're just too clever for words.
The
really.
online store's there, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, but yeah.
Brett Stan is asking, did Nick once score in front of the film? Yes, I did actually, Brett. I did.
Did he?
I did, yeah.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah. My claim to fame. Lots and lots of comments coming through, but now I'm going to change tack slightly and go for that debacle that was that game on Friday night. What a horribly, thoroughly uninteresting, boring hour and a half that I will never, ever, ever get back. I actually walked out.
Thoroughly boring. What were the other ones?
Uninteresting. Yeah.
Boring. Thoroughly miserable.
Miserable.
Hour and a half. You'll never get back.
Never.
Say Blues were in the Champions League. Right. And we were in the group stage, and it was between us and one other team, right, to see who goes through and who goes out. And there's 2 games between those 2 teams. If we'd have gone away from home to that team and had the better of the chances, hit the woodwork, should have won the game, but kept a clean sheet and got a point, knowing that we've got a home game to come against them. And this is a team that beat us in the semi-final of a big competition last season.
Yeah.
Would you have taken that?
I don't know.
No, I do. I know.
I think I'd rather. I know you'd
have snapped your hands off.
Jumped out of an aeroplane at 13,000 feet.
I know you'd have snapped your hands off for a point.
Friday, Craig Courtney was like watching B6. Dave Twine never watched it. Carl Hill's horrific game.
How can you comment if you never watched it?
No, that was somebody else who just said he never watched it. That was his comment, was he never watched it. So he's not commented apart from the fact that he's not watched it. Dear me. Missing penalties and bottling the dive. Is Mr. Fun a vile?
No, I can confirm that is not true. Both of those other things are true, though. I did miss a penalty, and I am bottling a skydive.
You're definitely bottling it.
I am.
What did your other half say?
She said to you. She didn't care less. She couldn't care less.
Go do it.
She said, "Go on, yeah."
But rather than it being a joint
crazy.
Financial decision, dependent on the
I have a mortgage to pay, and
you've got life insurance.
Yeah.
Can somebody look on Google and statistically tell me how many parachute jumps go wrong?
Oh, what a ridiculous thing to say!
Why?
Because I'll be the one, won't I?
It's what the people want.
Stats are rubbish. Stats are great until you're the one who dies. Well done, yeah.
It'll be something like statistically.
Benji Smith says comparing the. Oh, hang on, just a minute. Right, I'll come back to my sister in a minute. Right, but Benji Smith says, "Oh God, I lose these." Comparing the Champions League to the League of Nations, I'm officially anti-Puno. What a joke of a man that is.
That's the nicest thing anybody's ever said about me.
You love it, don't you? That's why you come out on a Monday night.
Listen, I'm not saying the Nations League is the most important thing, going, the most important competition going. But at the end of the day, if do you want to keep playing your tier A teams in friendlies, so you're getting used to playing big teams, so you're ready for them in tournaments, or do you want to play the second-rate teams who we comfortably beat anyway? What's the point? What's the point in doing drop it? You don't want to drop down a level. You want to stay in that top tier so that you're regularly playing these top nations, so that you're ready for them when tournaments come around.
What was the point of that Friday night?
Seriously, what is the point? I don't understand what you mean. What is the point?
Friendly on Friday.
It's not a friendly. It's a UEFA Nations League.
It is
contest.
A friendly. Tim Faraday says the game was fuller than a night with the Aston Cleaner.
Got some official figures from Kevin Kelly, so it must be true. 39.4%
death rate.
Death rate.
Oh, that's not too bad.
39.4. That's rubbish. That's absolute garbage. Also, if it was 39.4% death rate, how is that making me even more inclined to do it?
Just so you can up the stats.
4 in 10 die from a skydive.
Almost got.
How many are doing it for Devlin's charity? How many did the guests last? Like 40?
Yeah, I think 40.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
There's only 16 deaths in it. Don't worry about it. Good luck, everyone.
I don't think I can continue. Oh, dear me. So we have to put up with everything. It's cracking, isn't it? Great. Oh, dear. Oh, golly.
That one stat,
yeah.
at least you'll make the record book.
That's true. You'll be in the paper, won't you? Yeah.
And don't worry, if the shoot falls, Lee Camp will catch him.
Right, did anybody see it was Lee Camp's fault thing on Facebook last week? Oh, what a brilliant hour of comedy that was. You were just writing daft things and blaming Lee Camp.
And it was Lee Camp's fault.
Lee Camp's fault. And it was absolutely brilliant. It was. Do you know what? Sometimes you've got to read the thread from start to finish and then go back and read it all over again. There was some classic comedy moments in there, really, really good. And I'm sure if Lee had been, reading it, he'd have been howling. It was.
Do you know what? Brilliant. Yeah, I think for Lee Camp, there's an element of support, who still would rather he be dropped not be in the team. But I think a lot of people now are actually recognising that. He's Gary Monk's choice.
That's
of
the
keeper.
official goal bell, that is now.
Goal.
Who
scored?
England 1-0.
Oh.
All right. Okay.
Away in Spain.
Can we carry on?
Sterling.
Oh, fantastic!
It was Sterling goal, was it?
Yeah.
It was Sterling.
Fantastic.
An absolutely Sterling goal.
I think that's his first in 27 internationals. That's really good.
Sorry?
I'm really pleased for him.
Jez says, do you think this Nations League is just a waste of time for the teams? None of the teams seem to be interested.
No. A little bit of respect wouldn't go amiss.
Why does it mean you're of the same ilk, Chris?
But also look at Gibraltar. They've just come into international football. Everybody criticises the fact that we have to play these teams like Gibraltar and things like that. Gibraltar got their first international win the other day. That's absolutely fantastic for a nation like that. And they're playing the teams around them more and more, so that all these teams should, in theory, get better now because they're playing teams around them. They've got more chances of winning international games, and the interest grows. I don't see where the issue of the Nations League comes from, because we're going to have games anyway. If there was no Nations League, we'd still have these international games because they'd be friendlies. But there's something in it now for everyone.
Okay. Yeah, well, England are winning 1-0. Dave Twine says it's 21 in a million. 21 in a million.
21 in a million. That's not too bad.
It's going down.
Got better. Got better.
Bless the 21.
Yeah.
And Bet Stanley says most casualties have been called Chris spookily.
Oh yeah, but they have.
Pete Taylor says it's up to you to prove the stats are wrong, Mr. Fun. Kevin Pugh's laughing all over his face. 21 in a million, also from Dave Twine. That's from 2010. Chris Kelly says it's 54.2% now and rising.
ever increasingly. Yeah.
It seems as though it was a good goal as well.
Fantastic.
People are saying so. Good. I mean, look. I like England to score. Craig, what's your thoughts? I think this competition is just a waste of time.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I'm afraid there's a lack of interest for it. I believe. I think it's aimed more for the big teams again, and TV rights and so on and so on. And plus, it breaks up the domestic season, which. I mean, it stops.
But you'd have friendlies anyway. So unless you're saying get rid of friendlies altogether and get rid of this competition,
bring back the home internationals. That's what I say.
What would be the point in that?
Why not?
What would be the point?
Why not?
In every year we play Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland every year. Yeah, well, where do we benefit that? We did that in the 70s, and we didn't qualify for 2 World Cup in a row. So where's the benefit in playing bang average teams? What is the point in us beating Scotland 4-0 every year? What are we learning? How are we progressing? We're not. We want to play Spain and Germany and Netherlands. Nobody was moaning about international football a couple of months ago, by the way.
Darren Whitehouse, the Nations League will make international football even more boring than it is already. England playing teams around our level of ability will end in one thing: failure. There will be a lot of bore draws.
Yeah.
Sterling scored. It must have been Camp's fault.
Yeah. Camp should have saved that one, yeah.
Am I doing the jump? My sister's asking me, right, I'll tell you what.
Exactly, yeah. Come on.
I've had 3 major spinal operations.
Well, if you're going to die anyway, it doesn't matter how many operations you've
but
had.
Statistically, I'd rather it be you.
You're going to die anyway.
If there's a 39.4% chance of dying, it doesn't matter how many back operations you've had.
21 in a million. 21 in a million. Yeah, Adrian says it's a little bit like the Carling Cup, probably lack of respect until the latter stages. I tend to agree with that a little bit.
But I don't know where the lack of... I only see a lack of respect from England and the English. I don't see anybody else. I don't see other teams disrespecting it.
Well, Paul
Germany
Gill
had a pretty strong side out the other night and lost 3-0 in the Netherlands.
Paul Gill says most people don't get what the Nations League is all about. Jay Razy, all about the money.
Don't get me wrong. There's almost certainly a money element to it.
Oh, listen to this. Look, I mean, like
it's FIFA and UEFA are involved. It's got to have a financial benefit to them, hasn't it?
People are starting to like me for a change tonight. Listen to this, right? Would love the home internationals back from Chris McKenzie. Sorry if I kicked that. My apologies. Paul Gill works for the Six Nations in rugby.
So how have England done in the World Cup since 2000? When did they win it? 90, whenever it was. When did England last win the Rugby World Cup? Like 20 years ago. So these six playing these same teams every year. That's doing really good for them, isn't it?
When did we last win the World Cup?
Like 20 years ago, wasn't it?
The World Cup?
What,
the Football World Cup?
The Football World Cup.
1966.
That's my point. That's my point. We're playing Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland every time. Like you said about this when we had it in the 70s and 80s.
So are you going to tell
me we weren't
me
qualifying for 74 and 78?
This Nations League of whatever it is going to improve international football that much that we're going to qualify and win the World Cup next time round?
Who knows? Who knows what could happen?
I know we think Craig does.
I know something.
You're going to throw that bottle.
I might do
because it does look.
I know something.
I'd
much rather us be playing Spain away in a relatively competitive environment than playing Northern Ireland at home. Every single season? Look at Scotland. What on earth would be the point in playing bloody Scotland?
Well, let a Scotsman answer that. Jez McDonough. There will be more passion from teams like Wales and Scotland as they will all want to beat England to become top team in the UK.
They can try all they want. They won't beat us. What's the point?
Who knows?
What's the point in dismissing Scotland and Northern Ireland every week?
What's the point of Scotland?
Go back to the
what is the point of Scotland?
Going back to the parachute.
Cut a line down the Hadrian's Wall and drifted off to Iceland, for goodness sake.
So the question of the night is, what's the point of Scotland?
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
That's what I'm come out of this.
No
offence to the Scottish, but what is the point?
Not one ounce of offence to the Scotland.
Tonight's question.
Cut it off and drift it towards Iceland, but no offence caused.
I don't mean any offence to our Scottish listeners. But
going back to the parachute jump, Kev Kelly says, Nick, you're already broken, it won't matter, Chris Pugh's in his prime.
Exactly. Look at me, a man in fine physical condition as myself. Dear. I wouldn't risk this, would I?
Crikey, we've got no Scottish listeners for some reason.
Ooh, well, we did have. They've all gone.
The viewers have dropped rapidly.
They're both gone now.
Right, don't forget, lovelies, all you've got to do is share this stream to your personal Facebook page to win next week's competition with a goodie bag. Yeah. After Brexit, I say we should leave.
Let's not get political now.
No.
Well, we might have a live feed. Is it worth doing it?
Yeah. What of the game?
I'll sort it out for you in a bit.
Try
just to keep Mr. Phil happy.
We'll have nothing to talk about, will we?
I think one of the problems as well is that these internationals start on Friday and they go on until Tuesday. I think we should go back to the old format when
everyone plays on the same day.
Just on a Wednesday.
That's
all the Scottish people are busy chopping parachute strings. Sorry, I had to pull that one in. Nice one.
It's not a Scottish-based company, is it? There's Devlin Skydive. Yeah. But that's a money thing and TV thing as well, isn't it? Because then they get more games on TV and everybody can have a bigger share of the pie then, so to speak.
And going back again to the World Cup, Jez McDonough, Spain, France didn't need this Nations League to win the World Cup.
Good precision on his clear. Oh, sorry, because we're not allowed to do that.
We're in.
So you can watch it for a little bit.
Is that another goal? Or is that the goal?
I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. But anyway, carry on and I'll find out.
Okay.
That's a lovely goal either way.
Top left, yeah. Top
Beautiful.
Left, was it top left? That was the original goal,
yeah.
England will never be a gravy nation so long as English players' development is restricted by foreign player dominance of a Premier League.
Not buying
kicked
it.
him again. We have Strikers like Fowler, Wright, Phillips, Sutton, Ferdinand, Cole, to name but a few strikers when in competitive areas.
What's going on the screen?
I haven't got a clue. It looks like a porno.
Yeah, I know. Let's kick this off.
It's not actually going out live on this screen, so.
Oh, right, okay. Whew, I come for that. I was really quite concerned then. I don't know what's going on there now.
I don't know, is it half time? No, it can't be.
No, it's not half time. It's certainly not. Maybe it's just a stream of the goal.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm not buying foreign dominance in the Premier League, spoiling English players.
Right, going to go back to Friday night's game again. Played behind closed doors. What a debacle that was from an incident that happened 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's now taken them 3 years to sort out a punishment, which is to play a friendly behind closed doors. Why didn't these people pick it up and say, all right, not a problem, here you go, here's a suggestion for you. You're now going to play that game at Wembley, all right, because we're going to punish you and your supporters, all right? We're going to play the game at Wembley, but the only way you can get a ticket is through your club, through your England Supporters Club, and the fact that you've got a booking history at your own football club.
Okay.
And then
but
punish the
Croatia has still got tickets. Croatians would have still got it because they can't not, because if you let the English supporters buy tickets, then the Croatians will buy tickets, and then you'll have opposition fans in the same area, and it'll kick off even more.
Do we have opposition fans in the same area on match days today? No, we don't. Predominantly, we don't.
Well, yeah, but if you're telling a set of supporters that they can't get in, and then you let the other supporters get in, then it's going to happen. It's going to be a nightmare. So it's not right. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's right that you're punishing the England supporters, saying that you can't come in either. But I don't see another way around it. If that's the punishment you're dishing out, I think you need to look at better punishments.
And how long was it previous to that we actually knew it was going to be played behind closed doors?
I'm not sure actually.
No, all right.
No. The fact that English supporters had already booked accommodation and travel would suggest that it wasn't a very, very long time ago.
For an incident that happened 3 years ago, I just find it a little bit, I don't know, 3 years have passed before you punish somebody.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
It's silly. It is. It's UEFA and FIFA. Nothing makes sense with them, does it?
Well, there you are.
That wasn't the goal bell, that was the caption bell. Okay.
Oh,
okay.
There's a different bell. How is that different to the goal bell? Play the goal bell.
Yeah, listen carefully. Goal bell.
Yeah.
Caption bell.
Oh, yes, I see it.
Pretty obvious.
I've got it. Yeah. Sorry. My mistake. Carry on.
Okay, so the winning caption, which made me giggle. Do you remember it was Steve Claridge, trumpet.
Oh, yes.
Pork pie. Okay, this is from Mark Andrew Adams.
I wonder where this is going.
No, it's like this is the clean one, actually. The Villa budget meant the Christmas party highlight was Stevie Cabbage and the Trumpet Shop Boys. See, clean.
Good, clean
family
fun.
Friendly.
Let's play the goal bell.
What?
2-0!
Oh!
Kev Kelly says if Croatia played at Wembley, it would be more like an home game. There's tens of thousands of Croats in the area. I know, it's a difficult one, though, isn't it? It's a shame.
It's a shame for the England supporters that wanted to go and had booked
it. It was a shame for football, it was a shame for TV, it was a shame for the people stood in the pub watching. There was more people in the Black Swan in New Toxteth watching than there was in the stadium.
And in Scotland.
And there was only about 20 watching it there. Ridiculous setup. What crazy, ridiculous setup.
Well, they need to find a better punishment then, don't they, for to dish out, rather than, because like you say, and it does affect it, and I think a game like that, what it does show is how important the supporters actually are. If there are no supporters certainly in the ground,
certainly for TVs,
you can really feel that It must have been difficult for the players to have to play in an environment like that.
It's more like... Beg your pardon, Daniel O'Sullivan's correct him. It's 4 games behind closed doors.
Oh, okay.
4 games behind closed doors.
Yeah. So they've got to go through that 4 times.
Yeah. Just find it. I
just don't see the point in that.
Yeah.
Maybe the better solution would be to ban them from the competition for
so that would be your solution.
That would
Chuck
be
them out of the competition. The next
yeah.
competition that's coming along. Sorry, you're not entering it.
Possibly, yeah. Hopefully it'd teach them, wouldn't it?
But that only affects their supporters then, doesn't it? It doesn't affect our supporters or the other 3 teams that have got to subsequently go there.
Yeah.
To be fair, the EFL are starting to get like that because we're still waiting to hear about the fair play.
Well, exactly,
really,
of course,
and that's been going on.
Of course, I think Bournemouth were fined last year, weren't they? They've been in the Premier League 3 years now. So
Yeah. Adam Wilkes just made a very good point. If this new League of Nations meant anything, shouldn't it be on terrestrial TV for the nation to enjoy, and not just those that can afford the eye-watering prices?
It'd be nice.
It'd
be nice, but it's money.
It's
money.
Oh, no.
Who's paying more? Who offered more for the rights for it? BBC, ITV, or Sky?
Do you have Sky Sports?
I don't have Sky Sports.
Do you have Sky Sports?
I have Sky Sports.
I piggyback my granddad's contract.
I haven't got one either.
I haven't got it, and I won't have it. Won't have it.
Too poor we are to have Sky Sports. Much too poor.
What you are?
You poor
Yeah,
soul.
can't afford it.
I'd have bought you a razor if I'd have known. I've got a spare at home. Coming up to half time, 2-0 to England. It must
That's incredible, by the way.
That is listen,
away at Spain.
Listen, Chris,
I think they've been unbeaten. I think they're unbeaten in their last 20 odd games.
Could it be that Spain don't care?
Put my hands up, right? That is incredible.
Yeah.
Right. Friday night was a debacle. Sorry.
But you're blaming the players. I don't think you can blame the players
the whole
for that.
thing, because the players can't play properly without a crowd there. It just can't be done. It just be like me and Craig playing, and you and Mrs. Brown.
I'm not sure about me, but yeah.
Well, be careful, Dennis.
Also,
Just
don't
arrived.
Spain have 6 points anyway if it's a league?
Yeah, well,
they have 6 points.
Maybe that's the trouble with the setup. Spain have pretty much already qualified.
Yeah.
I think they'll already go to, they've got to play Croatia again. That's probably one of the ones behind closed doors, actually, because Spain have got to go to Croatia for their last group game. But basically, if they get anything from that, then they'll have topped the group and they'll go through to the next stage. So.
Yeah.
It's not a goal. It's not a goal. That's a comment.
No, I knew it was a comment.
So we've got a goal bell, a caption bell, and a comment bell. Right.
To the trained ear, they are all slightly different.
Yes.
Obviously.
Got to get that training.
Make sure you get them right, though, won't you?
Of course, yeah. I mean, if you can't distinguish this...
What we don't want is Chris Pugh jumping out of his chair if the goal bell goes off and it's a comment.
If you can't distinguish that from...
Just.
Wrong with you?
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Anyway, Pete Taylor says, if Scottish charity parachute jumping was on Sky Sports, I don't know.
Well done.
Oh dear. Young kids playing for England as well. Great performance. I agree with that. Bring the youngsters through. That's what they're there for. I should be 57 years old on Christmas Day and I can no longer play football, ladies and gentlemen. I couldn't back in the day.
I was going to say.
Don't get me wrong,
17.
I'm not even bothered to correct myself. But, it's a young person's game, right? And like the under 23s at Blues again today did very, very well, beating Forest 1-0. Monkey's got to have his eye on a few of them. I'm sure he has.
Well, we know he's more than happy to throw kids in, Wes Harding and Charlie Lake in, and people like that. Talking of Monk, it's interesting to see him on a Facebook Live.
Yes.
Phone-in chat show. It's interesting, wasn't it?
It was interesting.
Considering we asked 9 months ago.
We have asked, and
regularly.
we have put in an official request today.
Perfect.
To the powers that be. So
the official request has gone in, has it?
The official request.
I suppose the BBC would have to come before the Tilton talk show, wouldn't it? Really?
Why?
Hello?
This is the fan.
What, on Radio Wolves?
I'm having palpitations. This is the fans' radio.
Benji
show.
Smith said great video on WM. It would have been even better on here.
I was going to say, yeah.
You wouldn't get a backdrop like that.
Jay Raisey, 57, still do a parachute jump, Nick. I could play for the Barclays Bank walking football. Thanks, Kelly.
Any Blues Spanish players that you can name?
Otter.
Oh, yeah, that's from Gregory Beasley.
Yeah,
nice one, Gregory. Well
question.
done. Didn't think of this, did we?
Yeah.
Any Spanish Birmingham City players? Otter, is he Portuguese? Spanish?
I thought he was Spanish.
Spanish.
Spanish,
yeah.
Near the Portuguese border there.
No, it's not as Otter there.
Dear.
It's Otter. Oh, no.
No.
There's a joke there somewhere.
Yeah, never mind.
What, sorry?
I said there's a joke there somewhere.
I'm
It's
sure
Otter.
there probably is,
Yeah.
mate. I've probably missed it, but never mind.
I have to say, he spoke very well. No surprise. No surprise, but he spoke Monk on the WM show. He was, he spoke very well. He comes across very, very comfortable, very confident. Just a down to earth guy.
You can see which makes and fans have took to him though.
Absolutely, he gets us. But then you're screaming and thinking, get him in that chair. Then he gets us. He didn't seem like he was going out of his way. He didn't want to. No. He seemed like he was happy to be there, talking to the fans.
I honestly think if he came in, we would have a great laugh.
I think
it would be one of the best laughs we've ever had. I think. Yeah,
I think so. It just seems
we try to make it that way anyway, right? Yeah. There's no good coming here every single Monday night and just going.
What?
I love doing that. That's my favourite part of the show when I get to do that.
I haven't done that for ages. That's just the operation.
Yeah, but at least we mix a bit of a laugh in with it as well, don't we?
Every so often.
Mix a laugh in with it as well. Right, don't forget John
Terrell, Pablo Ibanez,
of course,
Michel.
Who was the Spaniard that McLeish bought?
I think that was Michel. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he's still playing in La Liga, I think.
What have I just seen? Ted red card. Who's Ted?
Ted.
I know. Card that. What is that all about? I don't know.
I think we've got a critic. Wayne's criticising your presenting skills. He's saying that you two.
Bad time somebody would.
He said you two. See, you meant you two.
Yeah.
Saying me. You two would have to brush up on your presentation skills. I have to agree with him, I'm afraid.
What, for
as in our presentation?
Well, I suppose everything.
Or our ability to present?
Probably your ability to present, but
come
to think of it...
Can we not have a
if we could do that as well.
Can we define what he's asking?
Yeah.
Can we define what he's asking?
Do you mean we need to put some gel in our hair? Or do you mean we need acting classes? Or...
I mean, look, can you see...
We could always get Richard back for it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Helen McCusion lessons.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. So we could speak a bit more proper, like
what I do.
Goal bell!
3-0.
Hang on, make sure I get the right one.
Yeah, that was the one. That's incredible!
Wayne says the body warmer would have to go. You want to sit in here in the winter, mate? You want to sit? You don't have the heating on, believe me. There's a radiator behind you. It's never been used in the 8 years that I've been here.
January the 1st, it comes on.
It's coming on for 15 This is my presenting.
Yeah.
Your presenting jacket, yeah.
He'd be shirt and tie.
Pandiani.
No, I don't think he was Spanish.
No.
I've got a feeling he was...
Was it Italian?
Who?
Pandiani. Someone's going to have to Google that.
I think he was Italian, I'm sure he was.
Was he?
Yeah.
Not
South American.
Was he Italian or was he
South
Spanish?
American.
Let's find out.
Uruguay.
I genuinely don't
Somebody
know.
let us know.
No.
Pandiani was South American. He must have.
Ian Fontaine says, I don't think it'd work, lads. I have to say the BBC got him because they are, no disrespect, but Monk won't sit in with you lot for an hour to say the same thing this season and the other night. Well, you see, the thing is, Ian, right, is that we wouldn't ask him the same questions. We wouldn't ask him the same questions because we leave it open to you people out there to ask the questions.
The fans. That's what we are.
Yeah. With the fans.
Tom Ross has sat with us.
And WM let the fans phone in and ask him questions.
Yeah, probably.
So ours is more vetted because ours is online, so we can decide which ones we read out.
Yeah.
Well, there is that. There is that.
So Walter Pandiani is Paraguayan, Uruguayan, South American, which covers all bases, Uruguayan, South American, Argentinian,
and from Smethwick.
If somebody can actually Google this.
Oh dear.
You'd have to. Apparently, you need to pull over as well.
I know, yeah. These jumpers just aren't good enough.
In fact,
I need
if he did
proper knitted,
if he did come in,
outfit.
We could all come in wearing pullovers exactly the same, couldn't we? I think that would be a crack.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Shall we do pullover week next week?
Pullover week.
Pullover week.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's that
Have
side
we got
of
a
it.
guest next week?
What's
You'll have
that?
to let them know.
We have.
Alberto
We've got West
Tarantini
Midlands
wasn't
police.
Spanish, by the way.
Excuse me, Mr. Officer, you can't come in here unless you've got a pullover on.
Put something on the door.
Pete Taylor said I could tell my Michael Barrymore joke.
No.
Oh,
Tarantini says Beasley, Gregory Beasley.
Argentinian.
I would have said Argentinian.
Yeah.
He came after the World Cup, didn't he?
Yes,
Tarantini?
78, wasn't it?
78 World Cup, yeah.
78,
That England didn't qualify for when we were playing home nations matches.
I remember.
Just saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Paul Gill's happy with the Gary Monk style pullovers for next week by the look of it, so we'll do that. That'll be that side of the presentation sorted out.
Yeah.
And then
Just our actual presenting then that we need to
Is there one particular style of pullover that's favourable to Gary?
Well, I'll tell you what, if we...
And does he go shirt and pullover like our former manager
I
who
think-
we're about to meet on Saturday?
Like mine, with not a real shirt underneath.
Oh, is that an actual
Yeah.
a one piece?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right, I got you.
Yeah.
So that's actually stitched into your pullover? Of
course it is,
You
yeah.
tight git, can't you afford a shirt and a pullover?
See, Mr. Rowett used to be a fan of the shirt and pullover, didn't he?
Yeah, that's
but I think Gary is more.
He does it proper.
He's
doesn't he?
pullover with anything.
Polo shirt, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, sort of thing.
I'm shoot
Trendy
though.
man, right. Okay, you've mentioned the name. Here we go.
Here we go.
We've got 30 minutes now before
We all go
kicking
out.
out time.
Before you all can leave.
Return of the Rowett. Well, not quite return, but obviously it's a
We're
return
off to
game.
in, yeah.
Yep. Okay.
time for me.
There is not one game this season more than B6 that I would like to win, apart from that one. On both
interesting.
Like to
occasions.
win all of them.
Obviously, the B6 one comes first,
Yeah.
but second in my heart would be that one.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, I live up there, don't I?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you've got a bit more vested interest.
Oh, there's loads of them.
Yeah.
They'll all come out the woodwork.
Well, I don't know what you're doing up there then.
Well, I've got to live somewhere.
That's true.
And it's got to find his home. Jess says it'll be like the In-Betweeners game on the show. Craig, what you reckon then for Saturday?
I think it'll be a 3-1 win to the Blues.
You're going to back 3 goals to the Blues again, yeah?
I fancy us. We tend to have a good record up at Stoke.
We do actually.
Yeah.
Benji says we'll take 3 points off and the Duke is on fire. Their defence is terrified. I'm hoping so. Do you know what? I will publicly...
I'd have liked to have played them 3 weeks ago.
Live on the Tilton Talk page, I will publicly eat chips on Saturday night if we beat
What,
them.
Facebook Live of you
Facebook
eating
Live.
chips if we win?
Me and little Zachary will be.
That'll
now,
that'll
Scab,
give me money.
thing is,
What a pull.
my grandson Zachary,
Over.
his dad's a Stoke fan, and I can't interfere with that. That side of things. You know what I mean? I cannot interfere. So Zach has aired on the side of Stoke, and he'll be sitting listening to the game with me on Saturday afternoon. I hope I don't make that child cry. Well, I don't. Family football.
Yeah, be careful.
Oh, it's hard, isn't it? Yes, Adam Wilkes, I do remember when we bagged 7 against them. I was there at that game. Was you there?
Yeah.
Was you there, Mrs. Brown?
Yes, I was there.
Yeah,
yes.
and...
Not old enough.
You weren't old enough.
I was like, well, what was that, 97?
Then I think, if I remember right, we went to
Within
Oxford
8?
the week after that and scored another 6, didn't we?
I believe so,
Did we?
yeah.
Or a week, within a week or so.
Against
Yeah.
who?
Or so.
Oxford.
At home.
Oxford away.
Why?
Oh, I
Yeah, we bagged 6 down there as well. Yeah. Andy Smith's going 1-4 to Stoke. Jez McDonough 1-1. That's a little bit more conservative. The league camp crack was purely banter. Of course it was, Anthony. We know that, but it was absolutely funny and I loved it. Draw and away point is a good point. Rick Jones.
Yeah, I agree.
Right, Borja Urbina.
Yes,
played for
Borja
Blues
Urbina.
2007.
What a
David
shout,
Swan. I don't know
Danny.
where you pulled that one from,
Crikey,
mate.
O'Reilly must have played 2 matches.
Remember?
That's magnificent. That's a
Where did he
magnificent
get
pull.
that from? Gary Johnson would be nice to get 7 against Stephen Gill 2-2. A Duke hat-trick from Ian Fontaine. He'll have nowhere to put the balls.
What's he going to
2-0 from Bleeps. Did he dad die? Where are we
Paul
going?
Furlong was awesome that day. Says
He weren't Spanish.
No, but
No.
1-0 to
Scottish,
the Blues
isn't
league camp to score with a parry shot from Paul Gill. Do it. How do you do it? Wayne Merrick's 2-1 towards
like
Blue
that
Boys.
with Kevin, that's a good one, isn't it? Have you read that one?
Yeah.
Chris Pugh, are you a millennial who aged poorly?
I have aged poorly, but I'm not quite a millennial. No.
My sister was at the Oxford one. It threw it down. She said she was soaked. We don't get wet when you're at football, sister. You don't get wet when you're at football. You don't.
No.
If you're going to, especially if you're at an away game,
We did then, though.
not, whatever the Evans throw at you, you don't get wet. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. Half time, England 3-0. 3-0.
That's not
we
bad.
do
is it?
2-0 away from.
Yeah,
I'd have taken a point.
You'd have taken the point.
If we could have kept a clean sheet and got a point away from Spain, then that would have been. But 3-0 at half time is incredible.
It is, yeah.
I have to say it is.
Sterling getting back on the score sheet will give him confidence. Rashford, who had a couple of chances on Friday night, getting a goal, which is important.
Pete Taylor says you should have an high altitude spa day.
Oh, what a high altitude
spa day.
Is that the way we're going to get around this? But instead of calling it a skydive, it's a high altitude spa day for the charity.
And the thing is, people are going to say, did we play well or did Spain play poorly?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I think.
It doesn't matter. You're away in Spain. They're
saying what
unbeaten in
say,
3 years.
I'm just saying that's what they're going to say, aren't they?
Jess McDonough says you only get wet at Yeovil.
Yeah.
Don't forget Skydive for Annie. That is the Facebook page for that one. And also, if you want to share this on your personal Facebook page, you'll be in for a chance for the competition next week. Can we do the competition?
We're going to do two draws next week.
2 draws next week.
Yeah.
Is that because you've been so unprepared this week?
Not unprepared. I just I can't be asked.
Swearing.
No.
Pete Taylor says England are just being ruthless in front of goal. Those are words I love to hear.
Well, that's what you want, especially away from home, isn't it?
And Bixing's just joined us. Congratulations to you, my friend, on that run. Well done, sir. Well done. There's lots been going on this lately, hasn't there? Lots been going on.
Yeah, seems
lots of wonderful things being
There's
done.
always loads going on.
And don't forget, even though we are supporting KNBP, the BHST still need clothes. Sleeping bag, shoes, trainers, hats, anything, woolly, scarves, gloves.
It's getting cold.
It's getting cold and it's getting wet out there. So if you can help the boys in any way possible, then please do so. And also I'd like to say congratulations to Barrington Patterson for coming fourth in his...
did he?
Yes, he came fourth. Yeah. He looked finely tuned.
Yeah.
Almost as finely tuned as I do on a Tuesday morning.
On a Tuesday morning?
Yes, absolutely.
Is that your fine-tuned period of the week?
Paul Gill, I'm sorry, I can't read that out.
No, that's despicable, Paul.
I'll trust you to laugh out loud.
Oh, dear,
So you're saying sorry, what you're saying
Argentinian.
for the Stoke game again?
3-1.
3-1
to the Blues.
Stoke score first, Blues to score first.
Blues to score first.
Right, okay.
A late consolation for Stoke.
Oh.
Mandy says it's not a Scottish jump, it's a big bunchy from 13,000.
Except I'm not going back up.
These people really do me, honestly, every single week. Oh dear. Right, yeah. So 3-1. I just don't. I mean, I don't want to make a 7-year-old child cry, but I know I'll be bouncing off the chair if we're scoring every single. And I can't remember who he picked for the World Cup. He picked it out in school for I got Panama 3 times. What do you call it?
Yeah, sweepstake.
Yeah, the sweepstake, the school sweepstake, and he followed that team all the way through, and he sobbed when they got knocked out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's quite all or nothing.
Yeah. You get very invested at a young age. Yeah.
Now, just over 20 minutes to go. It was my grandson's 7th birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Zachary. If anybody out there can guess what he asked me for his birthday, within the next 4 minutes, right? If anybody gets it right, you'll certainly get a hat at least.
A hat at least?
Hat at least, yes. Right?
Potential for more.
7 years old. What did he ask his granddad for his birthday? 7 years old.
Blues season ticket?
Nope. Bear in mind his dad's a Stoke supporter.
You could still have asked for a Blues season.
I'd have got him one as well.
The way they've started this season, I'm surprised it wasn't
one as well. So any licorice all sorts, then no, nothing. Blues top, no. Tickets for Mr. Spun Skydive. Knew it would have to come out.
You can do the skydive.
No, season ticket, no Jez, no a pint, no Craig Courtney, bless him. Xbox, no Benji Smith. Lunch at Hooters from Wayne Merrings.
Lunch at Hooters, by the way, is brilliant.
Money for Fortnite, no. Beer, iPhone, no. Andy Smith. Mascot package, no. A new granddad from Dennis.
He wouldn't be asking you for a new granddad, would he?
Dear me.
Telescope.
No, he's already got one.
Can I just quickly say I'm going to do the draw. I'm under pressure now to do the draw by our audience. Too
right.
So, give me 10 minutes, okay.
When Blues beat Villa DVD, no. Oakcakes, no. Telescope, no. Lead cams, gloves, no. Some of these are brilliant.
Where you can buy like a star with your name on
it? Absolutely, yeah.
Is it that?
Yeah. There's original
Is it that?
from Kevin Kelly. No, a day. No,
don't read it.
No,
you very nearly read that.
Cash from Andy Smythe. No. Oh golly, this is hurting my eyes again. Whew.
Can I just say I just had some Werther's originals for my birthday from my mother-in-law.
Yeah. Oh. There used to be a man sitting next to us when we had our season tickets, and the kids called him Crisp Man because he always used to buy him a bag of crisps and.
Because he had chocolate on him.
And he'd always been home from Werther's original street. Chicken Balti Pie, no. Steve Bruce's P45, no. Half and half scarf, no. FIFA 19, no. My autograph, no. Lindsay didn't even want a pork pie. Tilton Talk Show top, no. Signed and Doy Short, no. A cabbage, no. Some new football, no. I'm going to cut it there. He actually asked me for some Stilton cheese.
Well, nobody was going to get that, were they? For goodness sake.
Of course they weren't. He actually genuinely asked me for some Stilton cheese.
So you're going to get him some?
I've got him. It was yesterday.
Oh, sorry. Of course,
yeah. It's gone. He's buffed it.
Oh, good.
Absolutely.
That was worth fighting for, wasn't it?
No, yeah.
Stilton cheese.
What a thrilling fight. No, Gary Monk will be racing to get on the show after that.
He's probably filling his application form as we speak.
He genuinely asked me for Stilton cheese.
7 years old.
7 years old.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I've got my fire engine as well.
Oh yeah,
but he asked me for Stilton cheese, so it'd be difficult just to, what do you
got? There's your cheese. There you go.
Cheese.
Yeah, that's what he wanted.
Stilton
Talks. Comment of the night. Stilton Talk Show.
Mr. Fun's jobs.
You can have it.
Got nothing else better to
do a better job than me.
I wonder what his presentation skills are like.
Yeah, that's true.
Ah, dear, Mr. Fun's post skydive on the Oh, dear me. Whoa, right, okay.
Oh, Mark Andrew Adams has joined us.
Hello, Mark Andrew Adams, and welcome to the Tilton Talk Trillion Trophies TV.
Yeah, I hope you're very happy in the TV there.
Beard needs a trim.
Yeah. I think he's a bit of a scruff, but I don't know.
Right, okay, go back to the international scene then. 3-0 at half time. That is an amazing score. That I've knocked the international scene many times, Chris, but that is one hell of a scoreline.
It is.
Away to Spain, and you never know, could get another 3 in the second half.
I'd leave it as it is. That'll do me.
It's always nice to score one in the second half, isn't it?
Yeah, but it'll be a real confidence booster for them as well, because they had a fantastic World Cup. Couldn't quite get over the line in the semi-final. A bit of a humbling experience with Spain coming to Wembley, and they looked very, very good against us. But they've gone away to Croatia and got a hard-earned point, and if they can keep the result here and win away in Spain, that'd be fantastic.
Nick, that was the presenter equivalent of England versus Croatia 0-0 ball. I'm sorry, Kev, but my grandson.
You can't help. That's what he asked for, I suppose.
My grandson asked me for Stilton cheese, and you lot couldn't get it. Yeah. That's not my fault, is it? I mean, I put it out there for goodness' sake. Yes. Boom. Kev Kelly is asking, is it a strong Spanish team? I don't know. I've not seen the line.
Yeah, it's not. It's not bad. I've just kicked that, haven't I? Yeah, it's not bad.
Right, I got it. Whoops.
Steady.
Away.
That'll do.
No, you're too tall there.
That's it. The guys in goal, and they've got the Real Madrid pair, Ramos and Nacho at the back, and Busquets and Thiago, Marco Asensio's playing. So yeah, I think the only real people, I think Isco's injured at the moment, who is probably the guy who gets things going for Spain. But yeah, it's a very decent. Very, very decent Spanish side at the moment.
Well, no Spanish side is not going to be undefeated,
exactly.
is it?
Their third team
is
technically very, very gifted. Do you know what I mean? So
that's right.
Yeah. I don't think you can criticise it at all. 3-0 up away.
Chris, perhaps it was just the lack of crowd on Friday night. Perhaps that's and I genuinely didn't even realise that there was going to be no crowd there.
Yeah.
Because I've not, as I say, been paying much attention to the international scene at all.
Yeah. But
then, like, I got to the Black Swan, and I thought, I forgot this was on. That's my first words when I went in. I forgot it was on. It was just about to start, and I thought, well, I'll sit here, and perhaps it was just because it atmospherically sounded like a Sunday League game.
Yeah.
I lost interest in the first.
Yeah. And like we said earlier, I think that's difficult for the players as well to go from playing in front of crowds of 30,000 plus every week and that intense atmosphere, and then you're basically playing a training match against someone, and that intensity, it's difficult to get that intensity going. But even then, we had the better chances. We were the ones creating the chances to win it. Kane hit the bar, and Rashford could have scored 2. So.
Mark Andrew Adams, who is our guest TV appearance this week, has said the last Blues player I saw on TV was Rumpole of the Dennis Bailey. So for the last 15 minutes, anything to do with TV shows and footballers. I've
just seen a film on Gary Emmanuel. Of course, I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Anything to do with TV shows. Could be a film, could be an half-hour sitcom, or whatever.
Yeah.
Only Fools and Horsefields.
He's joined in the fun.
What can I do? It comes to me.
He's actually joined in the fun. Sharon Hudson's just joined. Get back to work. And just to let her know that we're only doing a normal Tilton Talk show, so we will be finishing at 9 o'clock tonight. So by 10:15, have me a pint of bass on the bar, please.
Here we go.
Our guest today is going to do the draw. This is for last week's shares, is it, Mrs. Brown? Yeah, wonderful one.
Steve Portman's gone with Bulletproof Monk.
Ooh, very good. The Brady bunch.
Yeah.
It was only on after the watershed.
Yeah, thanks, Paul.
Well done, Paul, for keeping that clean. Gloria Jackson is our winner this week of the shares for last week. Gloria Jackson, the winner this week. Blue Peter Pan.
Get in touch, Gloria Jackson.
Mark Adams is going for next week's TV.
Shane Adams family, Opportunity Fox.
L.A. Dennis Law.
That's a good one.
See how easy it is, eh? Let's crowd out here every single week. They never, ever fail to provide, do they? No matter what.
Have you just done the Brady Bunch?
I can't believe you were first on it tonight. I can't believe you were first on it tonight.
Well, I just can't.
Joining in with fun.
What can I say?
No, is that because you're so relieved that you're not doing a parachute jump?
Yeah, I've got that. Got that weight off my shoulders.
The Carson Young ones. Oh, yeah, you got that one.
Can I read the Brady Bunch one to you? Because I think you'll find it.
It's already done.
Yeah, we've done that.
Already done.
Okay.
Yeah. Will the producer get a grip?
No, yeah.
It's not down to presentation.
It's down to production. Yeah.
Oh, golly. Right,
the young ones.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Well, Jimmy Grange Hill, I like that one. Right, whereabouts is the shed situated now? Just recap on that one.
So outside the main cop reception, we're going to be there for the next 14 home games.
Is that like a permanent fixture, or do they bring it out every week? Or
it's brought out every week. Right. So it's signed up, the interview shed. So pop along, see myself or Sharon.
So we're looking at a couple of hours before kick-off. That's there, isn't it?
That's
so
right.
Plenty of time.
Yeah. Just to pop in, say hello. We're going to be running competitions, having a bit of fun with the kids, flossing competitions and so on, just to make a little bit of fun and obviously to get our name out there. It's all about brand awareness and making.
You won't get better profile than the front of the cop, though, will you?
No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So credit to the club for that one.
Yeah.
Can we come and sign it?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. I'm interviewing him regarding family questions and
brilliant,
the family life and why it's important to him. As well.
Fantastic.
So it's one to look out for.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Some more coming in. Craig Courtney, the Catherine Tate Show. Pendry of the Bailey from Gregory Beasley. Unloved Boat from Mark Adams. Beachy Blinders from Pete Taylor. Debbie Does Paris from... and
what is that? I've never heard of
No.
Nor me.
Not Paris, anyway.
Jack and Ori Grealish.
Lee Dixon of Dock Green.
Oh, dear. Oh, golly. Monkey Magic. Gardener's World.
Craig Gardener's World, yeah.
Jerry Sweeney. Bruce's Millions Wasted. The Hatton Garden. Missed that one again.
Hatton Garden Heist.
Thank you. Hatton Garden Heist, yeah. Gary on Camping. The Monkeys. The Terry Tubbies. Oh, dear me, some of these. Where are you getting them from? I just don't know.
Google, I think. Just Google.
You don't think people are sitting at home cheating on things, do you? Cheating on themselves and cheating on the Trillion Trophies talk show?
Yeah.
Just to try and get their face on TV or something? You don't think people would do that, surely, don't you?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Do you, Mrs.
No.
Craig?
No. Honest bunch. I'll support it.
Faulty Tony Towers, I like that one. Fraggle Brock Manson, Ivory Towers. Oh dear. Tilt on the buses.
Tilt on the buses,
Play on words there.
We're stretching now.
Play on words there.
Emma Stockdale.
Yeah, like it.
Undoy Blot on the Landscape. Matthew Rebel, that's evil.
Accurate though.
Terrible. It's been true.
I didn't say true, I said accurate.
Right. Beg your pardon. Birmingham City versus Reading a week on Tuesday. £10 a ticket. Now we want to try and make that one as absolutely a bigger sellout as we possibly can. £10 a ticket. Come on, everybody! It's a Tuesday night under the spotlights. What are you laughing at?
Kevin Kelly.
Oh God, is it broadcastable?
Yeah,
it is. Is it readable?
Are you being served featuring fast pay?
Not like you to laugh for so long.
It's quite a good one, to be fair.
Yeah, so it's £10. You keep on them.
No, I'm done now. That's me done.
Just £10 a ticket then for Reading. I think that's a great gesture by the club again.
That's brilliant.
So you can't ask for much more. We've got Stoke away, and then the next home game.
Well, you got two in the space of 5 days. Haven't you?
Right,
the Tuesday and the Saturday.
That's going to be a 3-week break that they've had.
Yeah,
right, and the first game back they're going tenner. Get down here.
Yeah.
Get down here.
Yeah.
Now, if we can get 3 points against Stoke, I can see that being an absolutely.
If we get anything against it, I think, yeah. Keep that unbeaten run going, and you go into Reading.
Steve Portman's putting the down on it. He said Red Button will kill Tuesday attendance regardless. I don't think so at £10 a ticket.
Don't know. Even at £10 a ticket, if you've got Sky, it's free, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the trouble. But hopefully things like £10 a ticket for Tuesday night games will make sure that you get as many people as you can through the game.
Yeah.
If it's £30 on a Tuesday night, then and it's on Sky, then
you're not going to get
that's your decision made for you, are you? Do you know what I mean?
You're probably looking at 14,000.
Yeah.
In all reality.
You're
probably looking at 14, maybe 15,000.
Yeah.
But at 10, if you get that 22,
could push 20.
The average attendance is.
I don't think Reading will bring many. They're not doing very well this season.
No,
so
I think the average attendance is up this season.
Yes, it seems it.
I think I read somewhere it was either Kev Kelly or another Kevin said that it's gone from like 20 to 21,000.
Yeah,
that's right.
Average, so that's good news.
Yeah.
But for the club, first gesture back after 3 weeks out.
Fantastic.
Hey, have it for a tenner, lads.
Yeah.
Boom, get in.
I mean, you can't go to the pitches for a tenner these
No,
days.
exactly.
So, in terms, it's good value.
Well, it costs people a tenner to stream a game.
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, £10 to stream a game. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We don't
I know. just in a playful mood. I'm sorry.
Was it not even Christmas yet, mate? Is it?
I know.
Cars in Their Eyes from Pete Taylor, nice one.
No.
Starsky and Butch from Gregory.
Oh, yeah, I like that one actually.
Yeah. Chris Brew, you've been remarkably jolly this week. You truly are Mr. Fun.
I have been jolly today. What is wrong with me?
Is it the England?
It's not a full moon, is it? No, it's not a full moon.
So.
No. Come on, let's. Why has Mr. Fun been so jolly?
Yeah.
It must be something
Is it
in
the
water.
relief of not doing the relief of not doing the parachute?
Because
or the relief of explaining to everybody that you're not doing the parachute.
You can't change your name because it just wouldn't be right.
No.
No, it won't. No. Couldn't change your name, Mr. Fun. Look at him now. Look at him now, ladies and gents. Now. See?
Average attendance is over 20,000 for the first time since 2011. Says
Excellent, thanks for that. I
That's
know I've seen it
brilliant.
somewhere.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
I think that's testament to
nice one.
the management team and the way that the players have bought into it as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, don't forget Harry's tipped us as well, hasn't he?
Great, that's it.
That's it, yeah.
That's the doom merchant we needed.
Yeah, I heard that.
Christ.
Yeah.
Oh,
all
go back
down,
to
isn't it?
Sandbanks and shut
No,
up.
yeah. Saw him moaning that the players who came in weren't the ones he wanted.
Some of the reasons of coming in
Could have
already.
said no to him then, couldn't you? You clown.
So
Pete
the ones
Taylor
that
says
we
you're
got
trying
in,
to
you
enjoy
did
your
once.
last moments before the Scots get to you.
Yeah.
But what is the point of Scotland?
What is the
What
point?
is the point of Scotland? Yeah.
International break, no stress. That could be the reason.
Could be, yeah. Yeah.
And
I'm enjoying England so much.
we're still 8 unbeaten.
We are.
Exactly.
8 unbeaten.
Yeah, which
No,
is
that's not a
fantastic.
bad record.
Lovely trip down to Bristol yesterday.
And we
To
played
see
what,
Blues
is it,
women
most of the
win.
top
so-
7, we're top 8 now, haven't we?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Right. Stoke on Saturday.
Yeah.
Could we? No, let's not. Let's not. Do the clubs get payment for the red button broadcast from Warren? Was it? I don't genuinely and honestly know.
They must do.
I think they'd
They
have
must
to.
do. They'll have to,
Otherwise,
yeah.
they wouldn't agree
They'll have
to it.
Yeah,
They've got to
yeah.
be paid. They've got to be paid. Haven't
Yeah, there will be. I think there is a cut from it.
Yeah.
they? Yes.
But also, I think it's a trial this season, and I think Sky will be charging for the red button.
Yeah,
Next
that's a
season, I think.
possibility.
Yeah.
I think
That's a
I think
possibility.
that's the way
Yeah.
it will tend to go.
Yeah. Even more costs for the football fan.
Yeah.
You thought you had Alex Song?
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Oh, this I like this one. From whom the Willie Bell tolls.
Oh,
Very, very witty indeed. Very
clever.
witty indeed. The Crankers are.
for the teenagers, that one.
The Crankers are doing over
both the TV program and the player.
Yeah, the Crankers are apparently doing over your gaff as you sit here smiling. If Rowett was sat in front of you now, what would you ask him?
Ooh, what a good
I know exactly
question.
what I would ask
What
him.
a question.
I know exactly what I'd ask
First
him.
question.
I'd ask him to leave.
That's not a question. Just say leave.
you leave?
It's not- would you please leave?
Would
is
you
the
please
question.
leave is a
I
question,
suppose.
yeah.
That's true.
No, I would say, is that shirt sewn into the back?
Yeah. You got the name of your tailor? Yeah.
If he likes cabbage.
I would ask Gary Rowett if he'd have had Redknapp's money and Zola's money, who would the first player he'd have tried to buy?
Okay, and your question, Craig?
Oh, I would have asked him, is his contract worth a lot more than it would have been at the Blues or Derby now?
Interesting question. Has his pay gone up incrementally from Blues to Derby to Stoke? Yeah.
Where did he get his jumpers from? Says Kelly Gillett.
I'd ask him if he wants to do a parachute jump with Chris Pugh.
Just can't beat it. You cannot beat
Oh,
this.
this is a good one.
Comedy.
Alex songs of praise.
Oh yes, of course. Excellent.
Another good one. Play
Andy
your
Smith,
cards
when you
right.
jumping ship next.
When Dean Smith gets the sack from the Villa, is that where you're off next?
You can imagine it though, can't you?
Yeah.
Just to complete the job.
Wow. It's a job at the end of the day there.
Ask him if he wants some Stilton.
You're a funny bunch. Oh, yeah. Each and every single one of you, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Dear me, dear me. It's quite interesting, though, isn't it? An ex-manager, what we do first question.
Yeah, that is interesting. Because listen, obviously people have got, their
all right, can I put
thoughts and feelings.
If
you asked me that about Steve Cottrell,
right, I was going to ask you, what would your first question be to Steve Cottrell?
How did you get it so? How did you get us as a fan group so horribly wrong?
Right, and what would you ask Zola?
I would ask Zola, was it your idea to change the style of play in the way that you did?
Okay.
Or was it the board's decision? And they said, this is why you're coming in, to change our style of play.
Right. Redknapp. Why did you tell me we've got a big song?
Yeah, why did you lie to me?
I was waiting for it to go up on the ticker tape on Sky. It was so funny.
How could you lie? How could you lie to me, Harry? Are you Scottish? Yeah. Also, do you understand the word no? Like when a director of football says, "Do you want this player?" and you can't have the player that you want, you can't actually say no to the guy that you've never seen play football, and we're offering him 40 grand a week.
But maybe his dog was getting a brown envelope.
I'm saying nothing. I'm saying absolutely nothing.
The distance is that sort.
That's Craig's. Craig's alright, man. Last appearance on the Tilton Talk Show.
Who will be outside in a shed on Tuesday night.
Any complaints or legal cases could be forwarded straight to the shed outside.
Serve the papers on the shed.
Ask Harry where his dog gets his accounts done.
Yeah.
Zola, how naive can you expect silk when there's leather?
Yeah.
Worthington's original.
Frank Worthington.
Yeah, we weren't doing sweets. We were doing TV shows.
We were, yeah. No way that's come from.
We've all lost the plot.
Yeah.
We've all lost the plot tonight, mate. Ask Cottrell on how on earth Sam Gallagher looked like.
Great question.
Benji, well done.
Yeah. Did you actually genuinely, honestly, truly believe Sam Gallagher was better as a left winger?
Ask her out if he's Scottish, and if so, cut him a drift off Adrian's wall and watch him drift.
Get him a one-way trip to Reykjavik.
Oh dear, you can tell it's international break. There's bloody football to talk about, isn't there? England still winning, I take it?
Yeah, I assume so.
Can I just say, we've managed to talk for an hour and a half. Most of it drivel.
A vast amount of it drivel.
With no game on.
It's been a right comedy show tonight, though, hasn't it? Been a right comedy show tonight.
Yeah, it's been alright. Yeah.
What? We've got no games to talk
We've
about.
done our bit.
We've done our bit.
We've done our bit.
Lift society.
Yeah.
Lift.
We hope we've brought a smile to
our presentation skills might not be brilliant.
Yeah.
Lift the
Get those pullovers sorted.
I'm not coming this again.
No way. No way. And not after Ian Fontaine's massive criticism.
We've also upset a whole nation.
Yeah.
And cut them a drift.
Yeah. There'll just be a map of the world of all our listeners, and there's just a massive black hole where Scotland was, where nobody's listening.
My sister got that one in first. Well done, Pat. Well done.
Goal bell.
Come back.
Need a goal bell.
Oh, sorry.
3-1. You got to make sure you get the right one.
Wrong one.
What was that?
Sorry, wrong one.
Wrong one.
There we go. 3-1.
Ask Gary where he did his coaching badges. Dear me. Okay, so the game's stalled at 3-1 then. There's half an hour of it to go. I'm going to go and listen to it on the way home. Thanks ever so much for being with us tonight, Mr. Pugh. It's been an absolute joy and a pleasure.
Always.
I'm so desperately sorry that you've decided to climb the offer to jump out that plane.
I'd love to say I'm also sorry, but
wanted to be the videographer. Craig from Kids Need Booth Parents, it's an absolute pleasure to support you guys over this next month. And keep up the good work. You've got your shed outside the Blues ground now, 14 games. You've got a 10-minute interview coming up with Gary Rowett.
Yeah.
First question we want you to ask him is, why hasn't he been on the Tilton Talk Show yet?
We will do. Thanks for having me on as well, guys.
It's always a pleasure to support the great work that the groups in and around Birmingham City, all the wonderful work that goes on behind the scenes. And don't forget, people, the next KNBP Open Day is next May, after the football season finishes, but you're going to do something special on Boxing Day, is that right?
Boxing Day is Grandparents' Day.
Boxing Day is Grandparents' Day. Mark Andrew Williams, see you at Stoke, whoever's going with Big Blue Heart. This has been the Tilton Talk Show. Thank you, Mrs. Brown. Thanks, Craig. Thanks, Craig, for coming in. Thanks for staying.
Well done for staying.
Let's hope we're seeing you back here next Monday with a game on Tuesday, and hopefully 3 points in the bag from the Chip Eaters. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Good night.
We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? We have the